topic is Fourier half-range series. In the Fourier half-range series, we have again two types. One is Fourier half-range sine series and next is Fourier half-range cosine series. First of all, in the half-range series, we will have the interval as 0 to pi. Okay? In general, we had the interval c to c plus 2 pi. After that, we had two cases. One was from 0 to 2 pi and other was minus pi to pi. It was the whole interval, right? Now we will having half range series. In this interval will be from 0 to pi. In the Fourier half range cosine series, first of all, half range cosine series is given by fx is equals to a naught by 2 plus summation n varies from 1 to infinity an cos nx. In half range cosine series, we will be having only two terms. One is a naught and other is an. This is equation number 1. After that, we have to find the value of a naught and an. And the value of a naught is given by 2 by pi, 0 to pi, fx dx. And the value of an is given by 2 by pi, 0 to pi, fx cos of nx dx. Right? We had done the formula in the interval 0 to 2 pi, that is fx is equals to a naught by 2 plus summation n varies from 1 to infinity an cos nx. In that case, we had a naught as 1 by pi. 1 by pi 0 to 2 pi fx dx in this case. But now we are on the Fourier half range cosine series. In this case, the value of a naught will be 2 by pi 0 to pi fx dx. And the value of an will be 2 by pi 0 to 2 pi fx cos of nx dx. After that, Fourier half range sine series. In the Fourier half range sine series, we will be having fx as, this is summation n varies from 1 to infinity bn sine of nx. Only one term will be there, that is having bn. In this case, bn will be 2 by pi 0 to pi fx sine of nx dx. The value of bn will be 2 by pi 0 to pi fx sine of nx dx. After evaluating this value bn, we have to substitute the value over here and we will find the Fourier half range sine series. After that, we are having Fourier half range series in the interval 0 to L. We had done the case from 0 to 2L. 0 to 2L. Now in half range sine series, the interval will be from 0 to L. Whenever we have the interval from 0 to L, in this case, half range cosine series will be fx is equals to a naught by 2 plus summation n varies from 1 to infinity an cos of n pi x upon n. Formula will be same. Fx is equals to a naught by 2 plus summation n varies from 1 to infinity an cos n pi x by n, where a naught is given by, this is again 2 by L 0 to L fx dx, and an is given by 2 by L 0 to L fx cos of n pi x upon L dx. Okay? This is the value of a naught and this is the value of an. In Fourier half range cosine series, we have to evaluate these two values, a naught and an. After evaluating these two values, substitute the values in equation number 1 and we will get Fourier half range cosine series. After that, if we have to find Fourier half range sine series in the interval 0 to L, in that case, f of x is equals to summation n varies from 1 to infinity bn sine of n pi x upon L, where bn is given by 2 by L 0 to L fx sine of n pi x upon L dx. So this is Fourier half range sine series and Fourier half range cosine series in two intervals. One was from 0 to pi and second is from 0 to L. Find the Fourier half range. Find the Fourier half range sine series of the function fx is equals to 100 of the function fx is equals to 100 in the interval 0 to 1. In the interval 0 to 1. Now see, the interval is constant, that is from 0 to 1. It means this is of form 0 to n. Right? We have to find Fourier half range sine series. So Fourier half range sine series is given by fx is equals to summation n varies from 1 to infinity bn sine of n pi x upon L. Fx is equals to this, where bn is equals to 2 by L, 0 to L, fx sine of n pi x upon L dx. Substitute the value of L, you will get 2 by 1, 0 to 1. The value of fx is 100 sine of n pi x upon 1 dx. We have to evaluate this integration. 100 is constant. It can be taken outside the integration sign. It will be 200, 0 to 1 sine of n pi x dx. This is equals to 200. Integration of sine is minus cos of n pi x upon n pi. Okay? And the limits are from 0 to 1. This is minus 200 upon n pi. First of all, we will substitute 1 in the place of x. It will be cos n pi. After that, substitute 0. It will be cos 0. I have taken this negative sign already outside the bracket. So this is equals to minus 200 upon n pi. Cos n pi is minus 1 the power n and cos 0 is 1. So this is the value of bn. Substitute the value of bn in equation number 1. Substitute the value of bn in equation number 1. You will get fx is equals to summation n varies from 1 to infinity minus 200 upon n pi minus 1 the power n minus 1 into sine of n pi x upon L, as the value of L is 1. Find a series of cosines of multiples of x. Find a series of cosines of multiples of x which will represent x sine x, which will represent x sine x in the interval 0 to pi, and hence show that 1 upon 1 into 3 minus 1 upon 3 into 5 plus 1 upon 5 into 7 minus 1 upon 7 into 9 and so on up to infinity equals to pi minus 2 by 4 equals to pi minus 2 by 4. Now we have to expand Fourier half-range cosine series. In the Fourier half-range cosine series, the function is given by a0 by 2 plus summation n varies from 1 to infinity a n cos nx. But see, here interval is from 0 to pi. We have pi in the interval, so result will be a n cos nx. ये चीज बेटा आप लोगों ने ध्यान में रखनी है. Whenever the interval is in the form of constant 0 to 1, 0 to 2, in that case it will be cos of n pi x upon L, right? If we have the interval in the form of pi, in that case this term will be cos nx. Now we have to find the values of a0 and an. First of all, a0. The value of a0 is given by 2 by pi and the interval is from 0 to pi into fx dx. It will be equals to 2 by pi, 0 to pi. The value of fx is x sin x dx. Apply u into v rule, chain rule. This is first function, this is second function. First function as it is, integration of second is minus cos x minus. Differentiation of first is 1, integration of second is sin x. And the limits are from 0 to pi. It will be 2 by pi minus x cos x plus sin x. And the interval is from 0 to pi. This is 2 by pi. Substituting the limits minus pi, cos pi plus sin pi. This is upper limit minus lower limit. It will be 0 and it will be again equals to 0. This is 2 by pi minus pi. The value of cos pi is minus 1. The value of sin pi is 0 and all the terms are 0. Minus pi into minus 1. It will be equals to 2 pi upon pi and pi will be cancelled out and the value of a0 will be equals to 2. The value of a0 is equals to 2. After that, we have to find the value of an. This is 2 by pi, 0 to pi, fx cos of nx dx. This is equals to 2 by pi, 0 to pi. The value of fx is x sin x into cos of nx dx. Again, this is equals to 2 by pi, 0 to pi, x into sin x cos nx. Let it be 1 by pi, 0 to pi, x. Take this 2 inside. It will be 2 times cos of nx sin x dx. First function, second function. First of all, change this term. This is 2 cos a sin b. 2 cos a sin b is sin a plus b plus sin a minus b dx. बेटा इंटीग्रेट करो. माइनस का साइन आएगा बेटा इधर. दिस इज इक्वल्स टू 1 by pi. First function as it is. Integration of second function. Integration of sine is, this is minus cos of n plus 1x upon n plus 1 plus cos of n minus 1x upon n minus 1 minus. Differentiation of x is 1. Minus sign will remain as it is. Integration of cos is sin n plus 1x upon n plus 1 the whole square plus sin n minus 1x upon n minus 1 the whole square. And limits are from 0 to pi. This is equals to 1 by pi. Substitute the limits. Pi minus cos n plus 1 pi upon n plus 1 plus cos n minus 1 pi upon n minus 1. But whenever we will substitute this limit over here, it will be sin n plus 1 pi, and sin n plus 1 pi is 0. Similarly, sin n minus 1 pi is again 0. After that, substitute lower limit. This term will be 0 and this is again 0. So we will get only these two terms. Cos n pi, this is equals to minus 1 the power n. Similarly, cos n plus 1 pi is equals to minus 1 the power n plus 1, and cos n minus 1 pi is again equals to minus 1 the power n minus 1. Right? बेटा cos n pi की वैल्यू minus 1 the power n होती है. हम लोगों ने जब स्टार्ट किया था ये चैप्टर, on that day I have discussed all the values by substituting the values 1, 2, 3 and so on. Similarly, in that way we can also find the value of cos n plus 1 pi. देखो cos n plus 1 pi, सबसे पहले substitute the value of n as 1. It will be cos 1 plus 1. This is cos 2 pi. This will be equals to minus 1 the power 1 plus 1. That is minus 1 the power 2. That is equals to 1. And we know that cos का जो even multiple है, its value is 1. Similarly, cos 3 pi, if we put n is equals to 2, it will be equals to cos 3 pi. This is minus 1 the power 3 plus 1. This will be equals to minus 1 the power 2 plus 1, minus 1 the power 3, and it will be equals to minus 1. ठीक है? So, in general, we can say that cos n plus 1 pi is minus 1 the power n plus 1. Similarly, cos n minus 1 pi, if we put n is equals to 1, it will be cos 0, and this will be equals to cos 1 minus 1 minus 1 the power 0, that is again equals to 1. Similarly, if we put n is equals to 2, it will be equals to 2 minus 1, that is cos pi, minus 1 the power 2 minus 1, minus 1 the power 1, this will be equals to minus 1. In the same way, we can say that cos n minus 1 pi is minus 1 the power n minus 1. So substitute these values over here, you will get pi and pi will be cancelled out. You will get, this is equals to minus 1 the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus minus 1 the power n minus 1 upon n minus 1. So substitute the values of a0 and an in equation number 1. Put karo beta values. Substitute the values in equation number 1. One more thing, when we find the value of an, we have n minus 1 in the denominator. If we have n minus 1 in the denominator, in that case, this value cannot be determined at the point n is equals to 1. It means we have to find the value of a1 again, because this value is not applicable for a1. देखो बेटा, यहाँ पे जब आप लोग summation open करोगे, सबसे पहले क्या आएगा यहाँ पे a1. So इस वजह से this value is not applicable for n is equals to 1. If we put n is equals to 1, it will be 0 in the denominator. And if we have 0 in the denominator, the whole term will become infinite. So this value is not applicable for n is equals to 1. We have to find the value of a1 separately. After that, you have to find a1, put n is equals to 1 in this case. a1 will be equals to 2 by pi, 0 to pi, fx, cos x, dx. Find the value of a1.